The brand is like so important. I think like now you have to think about so many things, like obviously making good music, but also like, you know, we live in the social media age where like everybody, you know, wants a visual to things, or they like look at your Instagram straight away when they hear a song or like whatever. And I think like in terms of like coming up with a vision, for me it was just like when I was younger I was like really insecure and really anxious, and just was like always waiting to wake up one day and be something else. And I was like, one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be this like beautiful, really confident, like amazing person that like does this and says that and wears this and wears that, and then kind of just like stumbled across all this success which was just off the back of me being myself, and was like, that's cool. I think I'm already kind of cool and I'm already kind of amazing, and I'm just going to do that, and that's the vision, like that's it. It's literally just that simple. I never sat down and was like, okay, and then in 2018 I'm going to dress like this, and then next year I'm only wearing dresses made of butterfly wings, and like it doesn't have to be that deep. Like it just depends like how I'm feeling today, and like that's it. Yeah, I'd say like it's really important to like be yourself. It's really important to know how to say no to people. I learnt that the hard way because people will get really excited like when you have talent, and when you like, you know, start showing that like you write good music and whatever, and they'll be like, oh, I think you should do this, I think you should be like this, and often that's just because people think that you're sick, and like not because anybody's trying to like sabotage you in any way, but it's easy for people to get carried away and like not really know who you are. So for me it was like I was so young when I started releasing music, and then all of a sudden, like, because it just kind of blew straight away, I had all this pressure, people sort of watching me whilst I was trying to figure it out. So I'd say that, like, know who you are, but also, like, take your time to do that before you let loads of other people in on, like, getting, you know, creating the vision, because, you know, if you don't really know who you are, then, like, it's so easy for people to just sort of mold you. And I kind of ended up in a situation like that when I was, like, 19, maybe 20, so because I had the wrong management that kind of meant well, obviously thought that what I was doing was really cool, but they didn't really know who I was, and they didn't really understand what it was that I wanted, and I wasn't really strong enough. Well, I didn't know either yet, so they kind of started pushing me in this direction, and I kind of wanted to be here, and yeah, I just got to a point with my old management where I was like, oh God, like I'm not feeling this, and I didn't feel like I was being myself. Not that I regret any of the music before, but it was definitely like me figuring shit out. And I'd kind of ended up in that situation where I was sort of on the back burner, kind of nearly potentially going to get dropped, which actually would have been better than being on the back burner, to be honest.
So many artists think, once I sign to the label, then my life is done. What is the truism there? Can you break it down for these people? Give them some knowledge, girl.
You don't actually need labels. You don't need a record label to be successful and put music out, and that's coming from somebody that's signed to a major label. I'm like, I'm sorry, Universal. It works for me now because I have a great team and we do most of the things out of house. So, like, my manager is A&Ring my record. So usually you get an A&R inside a record label, but the honest truth is that I have played big records that I've released now that have gone platinum to A&Rs in record labels, and they've told me that they're not good songs. So they don't know everything. They don't know what's right. They don't necessarily know what's wrong. Obviously, there's loads of benefits with being with a major, like the financial side of things, like, you know, making videos and budget and whatever. But, like, you can make an amazing video or do an incredible shoot for no money at all as well. And, like, being signed to a major can really work. But you also need to know that, like, if you sign and it doesn't and you're stuck, that's kind of shitty. And that, like, being independent now, there's so many big artists that are independent that have done it all by themselves. But I don't regret it at all. If that's what you really want to do, then, like, do it. But just, like, know that it doesn't mean that everything's going to work and that, like, you're going to be Beyonce next year, because, like, it doesn't work that way, sadly.